Greetings and blessings. Great now, great life, great love, great all of it to you. This live is a very uncomfortable live because I had a realization in the shower. As I'm sure you've all heard that I meditate when I'm in the shower. I'm actually bathing in consciousness. I highly recommend that. When you shower, it's not just water you're showering. You're showering with life. You're showering with energy that'll... Anyways, just try it out. When you shower, don't just picture yourself taking a physical shower. Picture yourself taking a vibrational shower. An energetic shower. Just letting go of like the dirt and the mud and the whatever you want to call that off your body. But you're also letting go of all those programs, those paradigms, those beliefs, those perspectives, those blueprints that no longer serve you. And it's not that they're going away, but they're transforming in what they're meant to be. And because energy is never destroyed, it is only alchemized, it is only transformed. So, and I feel myself trying to get away from the subject. I'm just going to jump right into it. I looked at my past, and I remember being in so great condition that I got all the wrong attention. You know, everybody was admiring me for my pecs and my biceps and my 8-pack and all this stuff, and I totally stopped it. I stopped working out because I wanted to do what I loved, but only women were coming to me. And when women came to me, they were coming to me because there was a hidden agenda. They would act like they wanted to know what I would give. That's my perspective, and that's what I read from them. And they would always ask to see my muscles, or because I was always without a shirt. So when I would be dressed up, they would ask, and it was just like, what the heck? Are they coming to me because they want to see, you know, what's possible for themselves? Or are they coming to me because they want to see what's underneath Michael's shirt, what's underneath Michael's clothing? And that's not what I wanted to do. So for those of you who know me, I went on a sabbatical. I just stopped, you know, looking for women. I stopped, you know, wanting to chase women because, yeah, I was putting that energy out there, but that's not why I was doing what I was doing. So let me just get straight to the point. This is how I look right now. Now, to me, this was embarrassing. And even as I come on right now showing this, like I would tell myself before, I don't have a chest, right? And my 6-pack is kind of like faded away. But I feel great. And this is the message that I wanted to share, is that when I look at my past, you know, there's so many of us that look at our past and we look at, you know, what we did wrong and all that stuff, and we hear that all the time. But how many of us look at our past and we did so great in our past? Like, you know, we got a degree, we accomplished something, we were in the triathlon, we were in Ironman, shoot, I used to know all those words, the Ironman, and we were, you know, in Sparta, and we were, you know, all these different 5K, you know, 3K, and even we accomplished like the championship when we were in junior high. Not that I did, but high school, college, and we look back and we're like, ah, those were the days, and we miss now. Great to see you, Veronica, Mendez, and thank you for reminding me really what I wanted to share today, because I wanted to go back to the past and share with people, like, we can look at our past and it can make us stop our present moment, because we compare ourselves where we were before. And why am I not buff like before? Why am I not as smart as I was before? Why am I not as athletic as before? Why am I not as have the endurance as before? Why am I not as lovable as before? Why am I not as popular as before? And we miss this moment because I may not be in the best physical condition. I'll stand up. I want you to really see me. This is vulnerable for the before Michael, right? Look at these arms. And I know they're fine, but for my psyche, like I always said, why can't I be buff like before? And that would stop me from working out. So shout outs to all my beautiful mirror mentors. Veronica Mendez is one of them. Alex Arvelo, I barely met you, but you're already a beautiful mirror to you because your heart is just amazing. I just want to give shout outs to, I tagged you on this post. There's too many of you to name. Martin Lopez, first of all, my wife, mwah, my greatest mentor, my greatest mirror. My mother, she had me in this world and she never gave up on me, even though she thought she did. But even when she did, she never gave up. I love you, Mom. And people know I'm a mama's boy. I love my mama. And I'm not afraid to deny it. I'm not afraid to accept it. I got judged a lot, especially, for my lifestyle before. But I love Mom. Love you, Mom. Shout outs to my sister. Shout outs to Jolene. She's on here. Shout outs to Jolene Gasolim. Shout outs to Debbie Devine. Shout outs to Victoria Fakwe. Shout outs to all of you beautiful souls. Daniel Bolin, Dave Parrish. All of you beautiful souls that formed me to be where I am today. And shout outs for all of you that are supporting me on this path right now, like Veronica Mendez, Aaron Mendez, Martin Lopez, The Curiosity Theory, Tucker Bearden, Morgan Haney. I couldn't tag his wife, I Am Love, Joanna Trail Love, hook up with her. She is representing at such a level. My wife is working with her, so if you want to, get in to help the women in a powerful way, and you feel like you're a woman that's ready to come out and show who you are, not to anybody else, but to yourself. And in showing it to yourself, you show the world because you show up for you. Shout outs to Will Owens. Shout outs to Becky Williams. Shout outs to Claudia Lopez. Shout outs to there's just so many. Pati Maez. Shout outs to Manny Lopez. I meant to tag you. Thank you for all the events that you put out. We got to meet a lot of people because of you. Shout outs to, the event that I just got out of, Pivot to Power, which it was incredible. It was a lot of things that I already was familiar with, but it's just, it doesn't hit. And even when you think it hits, it's going to hit more. So surround yourself with people that are going to mirror what's possible for you. Because I love where I am inside of me. But I need the mentorship, the mirrorship, to know how to express it out here. Because it's time that I express it out here. And I've played small for the longest time. And I want to give shout outs to Jolene. She says, I love myself more now in the body I am in now. Bigger, older, and broken more than ever. You're beautiful, Jolene. You're beautiful. And I know you before, and I know you now. And let me tell you, you've always been beautiful. Your family is beautiful. I love you. I love who you are in my life. And I'm just so blessed to know you, Jolene. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. These are not just words. I can't wait to give you a hug. We're going to be in San Diego very soon, so we'll get connected again. She says, because I love my soul and found my true, unapologetic, authentic self. That is the key. What good does it do to have the muscles? And I'm not judging or putting anybody on the spot. I'm just saying this is where I come from. I was very looking healthy on the outside, but I was very angry, volatile, and I worked out because I needed the adrenaline rush, and I worked out because I needed to I needed to let go. I needed to depressurize the pressure that was inside myself. So just because you see somebody looking on the outside, a lot of the times it's like somebody has a big truck. They're overcompensating for what's inside. And I am going to get there again. So just because I'm there, I'm not saying everybody is that, because not everybody fits for everybody. But what I'm saying is, don't compare yourself to other people, because you're not meant to be nobody else but yourself. I'm going to say that again. Don't compare yourself to other people, because you're not meant to be nobody else on this planet, in this universe, but you. Shout out to Daniel Bolin. What's up, beautiful mirror? There's another beautiful mirror that I wouldn't be who I am without him. And we're going to be doing some lives together. We're going to be bringing some magic. And just so you know, men, not that we're excluding women, but however, there's a lot of women that come to me. I desire to really step up and help the men, because I believe that, yes, feminine power is coming out, but the men really need to tap into their femininity, because we're never going to respect women psychologically. We may respect them with our words, we may respect them with our actions, but psychologically there's always going to be that barrier unless we really, transform that barrier within ourselves, because it's all inside. It all starts from within. And I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I love sounding like a broken record, because it's really simple, and it's really a simple blueprint, and consistency is key. So just shout outs to all the beautiful mirror mentors in my life. And I desire to challenge you, to challenge yourself, to find someone that is where you want to be, and not to compare yourself where they are, but because you're tapping into them, it's a beautiful mirror telling you what you are reawakening within you, that you are. You are that. There's nothing that you're not. Question is, do you want to focus on having mirror mentors that, you're comparing yourself, you're not enough, they're better than you, they're smarter than you, they're more expert than you? Then you're always going to believe that. You're always going to believe that, because whatever you put and you feed into this amazing brain. Shout outs to Josh Massey. He just did a live the other day, which I'm going to share on my page. He had a huge breakthrough and realization in his class, and he shared it live. Josh Massey, I love you. Beautiful, beautiful mirror. All the work that you're doing and what you're bringing in your space. If you guys don't know who Josh Massey is, please, please, please connect with him. You have an amazing, heart-centered entrepreneur, coach of coaches, and just been an honor to serve and be served, because as we serve, we're served. And he is such a great business coach. His partner Jacqueline De Donato, oh my gosh, there's just too many to name. Shout outs to Dean Graziosi and Tony Robbins. Dean Graziosi for putting this event, and I got to share the stage VIP with so many beautiful mirrors, and some mirrors that I see up and coming, that I am so grateful to see heartpreneurs really stepping up. Because and I'm not saying in judging, let me we became so experts at thinking that we've denied the intelligence of the heart of feeling. And I'm not talking about emotions, because if you're playing with emotions, you're always going to find the duality within yourself, and you're always going to find reasons to complain about why you're not enough, and reasons to invest why you're not enough. And you're going to find reasons to hope one day you're enough. But if you step into feeling, which is that vibratory space, if you don't know what I'm talking about, please, let's get on a call. I would love to serve you. I would love to explain this to you, because emotions is not where it's at. I hear that so many times. And let me tell you, for those that are helping with emotions, I honor you. I honor you. Because we are saying the same message. We are saying the same message. And this is why I love that there's so much choice to choose from. Because not everybody's a fit for that person. Because you're going to find who resonates with you, and you resonate with them for your path and your journey now. Not everybody's meant to resonate with me. I mean, that's why Jesus, Buddha, and Krishna, and Muhammad, and all these different, master mirrors didn't save the world. I mean, there's still so many people, sharing their message, sharing their truth, sharing their example, which is more importantly how to teach us. Share by example, not with your words. So if Jesus couldn't do it, if Buddha couldn't do it, if Krishna couldn't do it, if Muhammad couldn't do it, if all these other incredible master mirrors, ascended masters couldn't do it, we cannot do it alone. We need one another. Veronica Mendez, I'm doing the Spartan race with Martin Lopez. I haven't worked out consistently in a long time. I'm just want to do it with friends and have fun. Yes, that's the key, Veronica. Having fun. Daniel Bowen says, thanks, my friend. Love you. I love you. So listen to what Veronica said, because playing and enjoying and having fun is the key to life. And I mean, there are people that can have fun without smiling. I know several, because they're having fun in here. So having fun in your own way and not trying to be like somebody else is important, because if it's fun for you, then it's fun. Then it's fun for you. So I know I'm going a little bit lengthy here, so I just want to share and leave with this. So many people are looking at their past and they're finding reasons to judge and criticize themselves of what they did wrong. But nobody talks, very few people talk about looking in the past and seeing what we did so right that paralyzes us, that we think now and what we were born to do now. Because really it's in the thinking brain that happens. But if you transcend thought and you start really playing with feeling, you start really playing with being, there's nothing that you can't be, do, or have. It's all yours. I love you all. Shout outs to all of you that are in my life. I couldn't list you all. I love you all. I wouldn't be here if it was for for any one of you. Excuse me, I'm shifting. I would not be here if it was for any one of you that are not in my life. And let me go a little deeper, because a lot of people know that I've been betrayed and backstabbed and all that stuff all my life before, in my other previous life. And I want to thank you. Yes, you. If you're watching this and you've done any harm towards me, and if you've hurt me in any way, if you've thought that you blocked my process, if you hindered my process, if you robbed me of my process, and you're holding guilt or whatever towards that, or even if you think that you're justified to do that, thank you. Thank you. Because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here. And I want to give back to you. I want to serve that blessing back to you. And let me tell you, I'm talking to you, even if I don't know you, the one that is finding every reason to not show up, finding every reason to not be enough, finding every reason to validate and find the evidence and the truth of why you should stay where you are. I'm talking to you, because you may not have hurt me. You may not have done anything physically towards me, physically towards me. But you playing small just like I have is robbing the world of your gift. And let me tell you, you played your part perfectly up to this point. So I'm not saying go back in the past and say, oh, you robbed humanity and all that stuff. We can all play that game. You played your part perfectly. But you're watching this video for a reason. That's why it's so beautiful and special and magical to have people like Daniel, Veronica, Jolene, and other beautiful master mirror mentors in your life. They are masters at what they came to do. There's not one master. There's many different masters. Find the master mirror that's going to exemplify to you what you know is possible. So, if that sounds like you're doing drugs, you're finding a reason to, you might want to even kill yourself right now. I just had a conversation with a student the other day that wanted to kill themselves. We transformed it like that. Because when you realize you don't want to kill yourself, the brain wants to give up, but you want to live. That's why you feel that resistance, because you're not answering the call to your soul. If that sounds like you, let's get on a call. I've been there. I know how that feels. I know how it feels to be your greatest torturer, your greatest condemner, your greatest, enemy. Trust me, I know. And I wouldn't wish what I've been through to my worst enemy. But you're not alone. And you're going through this because you're being asked to step up. You're being asked to go all in. And not just go all in, but just go a little bit inward. A little bit. Take a breath. Take a breath and really feel that breath. And watch what's going to happen to those thoughts. check in with the truth of your being. Because just like, I used to smoke cigarettes, just like a cigarette smoker will say, oh, I smoke because it helps me relax. I literally transform that paradigm for them because I have them smoke in front of me. And if you're coaches, use this. This is powerful. I have them smoke a cigarette in front of me. And in that moment, first of all, how many beats, right, in a minute? Or how many beats in 30 seconds or 10 seconds? It doesn't have to be extravagant, right? And you have them test their pulse. You have them pay attention to how they're breathing. And then you tell them to light up a cigarette. As soon as they light a cigarette, their pulse starts going faster. So then what I do is I tell them, what did that cigarette just prove to you? Well, that it's not true. But you've been believing the cigarette, so the cigarette never had the power. It was you the whole time. See, you have the power the whole time. If a cigarette can convince you that you're going to relax, if a drink can convince you that you need courage to talk to somebody, you're really dishonoring to be courageously you being you. This is my alcohol. This is my elixir, water. I drink living water. Those of you that know, I'm a waterpreneur. If you want to know more, get a hold of me. This water will transform your life. I can 99% guarantee it, because not everybody, anyways. So you do that with someone and they tell you the reason why they're doing it. And if you can find an evidence so that they can embody that evidence and realize that evidence, their brain will do a shift. I don't care how hard or stuck. Actually, the harder and the stucker they are, or whatever you want to call that word, because I don't believe in stuck. Okay? The more crystallized they are in their belief, the more susceptible they're going to be to a huge transformation. Because so many people tell me, oh, no, it's because they're too far gone, they're too far this, they're too far that. That's because they're so ready, they haven't given the opportunity to themselves. And because one of us didn't show up as the opportunity to show them what's possible. That's why I said I'm not playing small anymore. So if you like to get on some summits, if you like to get on some coaching, masterminds, I'm starting all kinds of things. Because it's time that we show up. And if you think that you're not there enough to start where you are, find what you love. Start sharing that. Start giving your story why you love that. You all know that I can be here forever. So I'm going to end it with this. I love you all. Blessings. Thank you to each and every single one of you. And look at my body. I'm not going to wait for these to be hard for me to feel secure. This won't help me feel secure. I have pictures where my body is so solid, I was able to outperform people that were lifting 250 pounds. I was rock solid because I know how to train for strength and endurance and not just building for external appearance. Because I'll tell you, I may not be at that level where I can, prove it to others, but I can tell you that when I get in that state again, I can tell you that when people lift weights, unless they're doing it slow and methodical, they're not going to get the whole workout. Weights actually cheat us because we drop the weight. Or we do it like this, right? When you're doing natural workouts and you're doing slow and you're doing them focused, consciously, and aware, your muscles will expand and magnify more than you can even. Water challenge will transform your life. I'm going to do another video on that because that wasn't the intention of this video, but I always honor water, and I manifested this water. And if you want to transform your life with water alone, I'm not even eating holistically because I want to prove that water is the most important foundation, and it beats nutrition. Because if you're getting nutrition, you're not being hydrated correctly and adequately in quality, then your nutrition is just going through your body. It's not absorbing through your body. It's not absorbing embodying within you. So, thank you everyone. I love you all. Have a great now, a great life, and a great love. Because now is the only moment that matters. So, my name is Michael Post. I'm a meditation teacher, an expert at helping people gain the silence of being. It's so simple. If you've been wanting to master the silence with intention, that way you can master your thoughts. You can master the emotions. You can master your life, the life that you were born to live. This is borrowed. This is for me to enjoy. It's not mine. I'm just imbuing myself to experience what already is, that we're one with all. And even what I say is contradictory, because everything in this world contradicts itself, because there's only one truth. So if there's only one truth, everything got to contradict itself to come to the center, because the center is the absolute, is the truth. So be more in the now, be more in this moment, and all the truths that you thought were true will dissolve, and the true truth will be born and birthed from within you, and you will realize more and more of who you are and who you came to be. Much love. I love you all. Congratulations, Veronica. Love you, Jolene. Love you, Daniel. Hold on a second. Oh, yay, let us know when you're in San Diego. I couldn't see all these comments. Okay, let me just read the comments. And if anybody wants to go live with me, please, please, please let me know. If I could promote your practice, if I could promote what you do, like, this is for all of us. I desire for you to be successful from Alice and I. This is, Daniel knows, Jolene knows, Veronica knows, Martin. We can't do it alone. There I sound like a broken record. So let's collaborate. Let's join hands. Let's join vibrillionaire hearts and hands, and let's do this together. And if any of you entrepreneurs want to come and speak in Yuma, we have this event that they're doing. It's called the Yes Event. So if you guys want to show up, I really appreciate you. I'll connect you with the right people, and we'll blow you up here in Yuma, okay? I love you all. Let me read your comments, and then we'll be done for today. Hey, Ali. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, your comment just disappeared. Yay, let us know when you're in San Diego, says Veronica. I will do, Veronica, I will do. What's that? How you doing? Okay, so we have Jolene. I have a room and can't wait. Please let me know. Definitely, Jolene. I can't wait, says Jolene. Because I love my soul and found my true unapologetic authentic self, says Jolene. I can't wait. These comments are mixing up for some reason. Okay. Thanks, my friend. Thanks, my friend. Are you okay? You're at my level. Huh? Nothing. Huh? I'm grateful to you, Yali. You know, I wouldn't be where I am without you. I'm serious. You helped me a lot. Believe it or not. So I'm grateful to you. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Come here so I can hear you. Huh? It's good to see you again. It's good to see you again. Take care, okay? Take care. Wow. As I'm doing this video, let me show you. As I'm doing this video, an old friend, actually she was a very close friend. I'm even getting teary right now. Wow. But I just gotta love her where she's at. She's actually talking to herself, and she's the reason why I stopped doing drugs a couple times. And back into drugs. I didn't force her back into drugs, but she stopped me from doing drugs, and I wanted to be cool and I wanted to hang out, so I started doing drugs again, and she wanted to hang out with me, And I didn't want to hang out with people that didn't do drugs. So she did drugs to hang out with me. And now that I see her, wow, I'm having a transformation right now. See, this is life, guys. This is life. As soon as I'm talking about giving love and honoring the people in my past, somebody from my past walks up. You can't fake this. You cannot fake this. This is what I'm talking about, the mirror lifestyle. When you see life as your mirror, she showed up because I'm to transform something that I'm holding from the past of her so I can help her. But I can't help her physically, but I can help her inside of myself. I wanted to talk to her. You heard me. I didn't want to put her on the camera because I respect people's, privacy. But as she's walking away, I put her on the camera so you could see I was talking with somebody. And you even heard her laughing in the background. She's basically talking to herself. That could have been me. And that could have been a lot of you. I know a lot of you. And I'm not saying because I know you personally, but I know a lot of us have a background of doing drugs. And not just physical drugs, but psychological drugs. Because you don't do drugs just to do drugs. You do drugs because you ignore the drugs that you're doing inside of your brain. The drugs of fear, the drugs of confusion, the drugs of insecurity, the drugs of doubt, the drugs of procrastination, the drugs of unworthiness, the drugs of, feeling powerless, the drugs of, waiting for an external savior, an external reason, an external, something. I don't even know how long I've been going. Wow. This is how you know you're doing the work. See, we all want it to be beautiful and full of roses. But remember, even beautiful roses have thorns. So you gotta love the thorns. You can't love the beauty if you're not willing to appreciate the contrast. So, even as I say that, somebody just farted or smells like bird poop or bird poop or cat poop. Hi, neighbor. There's cats that come behind me. So, you can't ignore, it's like not going to the bathroom because you think you're not worthy. You're going to kill yourself. So you got to let go of what no longer serves you. Give yourself permission. Give yourself permission to let go of what no longer serves you. With love, not with judgment. So, let me see. I can't wait. Yay, let us know when you're in San Diego. Here we go. Oh, wait a minute. Dang, my phone is really acting up. And see, that's the resistance. But see, when you have resistance, that's because something's working. Something's penetrating. Yes, absolutely, says Jolene. I feel you right now so strong, so strong. Sending love and light, Michael. I feel it right now. Wow. Our past is always going to be a part of us. Yes, and thanks to her, thanks to you, Jolene, we did community service together. I don't know if with one another. But we always had those people that, wanted to knock us down, And it's because of them, not just the people that raised us up, it's the people that wanted to knock us down that we must be grateful for. It doesn't mean that, we got to stay there and say, oh, well, I wasn't enough because this or because of that. And see, here's the also key, is where you're at now, when there's resistance, just like there was resistance back then to get us where we are today, that's exactly what's leveling up. If you're, what I love to say, if you're maturing into who you already eternally are and always will remain, you're just remembering that in your maturity and your unfoldment and your discovery of your reawakening, then resistance must play a role because it's knocking off the scales so you can let go of the old skin, so you can transform the old skin. But you got to love the skin, because if it wasn't for that skin, you wouldn't be alive. So, thank you, everyone. Wow. And this is what you got to remember, because in the inconvenience, when it's not what you expected it to be or intended it to be, that's when you've graduated. You don't graduate by loving when it's convenient. That's beautiful. And I'll have a whole course on that, because this is my bread and butter. Because I believe that, anyways, if you're not loving all of you, you're participating in the manifestation of the unconscious discrimination, the racism, the judgment, because you're judging yourself. So as nice as you can be, as loving as you can be, you're still projecting that on an unconscious level. And unconscious is more powerful than the conscious. So I really invite you to go to the mirror whenever you get a chance and just go love you, and love every part and person and place, circumstances, situation, experience, and event that made that possible. Thank you so much. Much love to you all. And Daniel, I feel the divine light. Jolene, resistance is here, so we know it's what we are bringing forth. Yes. Just like a rubber band. The more you stretch it out, the longer, the stronger, the more intense, the more space it's going to project. So the longer you go through resistance, and the more you go through resistance, the greater you're stretching out. And let me just say, I'm not saying so you can give yourself an excuse to go through resistance more. What I mean by longer is the intensity that you introspect in that resistance, the intensity, the intention, and the reflectiveness that you give the resistance, not how much time you dwell on it, but how much work you put in it. You're going to birth a more powerful, what I mean by powerful, just so we're clear on that, I'm not talking about powerful, I'm talking about effective, I'm talking about skillful, I'm talking about masterful, I'm talking about present, I'm talking about purposeful, I'm talking about full. You're going to be. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy your evening, enjoy your day, enjoy your now, wherever you are. We'll see you on the next live. I'm going to be doing much more of these as I feel it's necessary, because I just manifested the evidence that, see, if I didn't come out here and do this live, I wouldn't have seen her. And if I wouldn't have seen her, I wouldn't have gave myself the permission to transform something that I wasn't even conscious of, that when it physically shows up, it's because my unconscious is saying, here's the gift that you've been asking for. Because the greatest gift is to transform the perceptual you to awaken the unconscious, the unfamiliar, the unknown you, that is the gift and the brilliance and the love and the life that you're meant to bring into this world. And you just seen it live today. So do this for you. Live for you. Love for you. Because my next video is I will be sharing why I saved myself and how that helps so many people to realize how to save themselves. Don't wait for someone to save you. Don't wait for something to save you. Don't wait for something to come out of the sky to transform your life. Because you're so free that you're using that freedom to do what you're experiencing now. Take ownership, take responsibility, the ability to respond in your life and transform your life today. You are waiting for you. And your return on investment, which I love to share, is your reflection of understanding, which is the greatest value, brings wisdom. And when you bring wisdom, you awaken intelligence. And when you awaken intelligence, you become more full of who you already were. So, I just love showing up. I love sharing. And I would love to continue to give. But Daniel, thank you so much for the beautiful mentor you are. Less is more. Daniel, I kind of goofed today, but guess what? I didn't goof because it is what it is, right? It showed up however it meant to show up. The people that I tagged and people that are coming on this live, connect with them, collaborate with them, unite with them. I'm here to bring and to reawaken unified consciousness. We're here to unite. We're here to bring and embody the example of oneness. Not just to talk about it, not just to put it on our walls, not just to show it off, but to embody it. If she would have let me, I would have gave her a hug. Even as dirty, and I could tell, you know, she hadn't taken a shower, but I would have gave her a hug. Because I can always take a shower. You can always take a shower. She doesn't hurt me. She doesn't take my energy from me. She doesn't drain me. She's not a vampire. That's all cerebral programming. When you are like really secure and connected with the source within you, you realize nothing can rob you of that source. But if you think there's something outside of you, then everyone can rob you from your thought, your thinking identity of source. So, much love. Daniel, you know we can do this all day. And I'm excited for our next live. Thank you all in divine timing. Everything happens as it should. Blessings. Jolene says, and see how far you've come and the way you'd be if you didn't save yourself. That just came to me, 2 days ago? I was talking with someone that was talking about, you know, and I'm not disrespecting anybody's religion, because let me just say this. I'm not here to talk about religion, but I'm here to build relationships that will magnify whatever your religion is, because you'll discover your truth for yourself. I'm not here to tell you truth. I'm here to help you build a relationship with you. Everything else from there will take care of itself. So that being said, this person was saying, you know, oh, I know God, you know, will take care of me. I know God will save me. I'm just waiting, you know, and doing the work. I said, God is not going to come and save you. God gave you a brain and a heart and trillions of intelligent beings that work for you. Just like God is not going to come and save your business if you're being irresponsible and you're being neglectful and you're being unpurposeful. We can't blame God. So easy to blame God when everything is going wrong. Or let me just say wrong, because there's no ever wrong. Everything is purposeful, just on a whole other degree and level of awareness. But let's just give a human example for basic terms of speaking. That, you know, if we blame God for things that are going wrong, but when things are going right, we take them for granted. But if we realize that we're one with our source, God, source, universe, spirit, universal mind, infinite mind, unified field, Allah, Buddha, Christ, Jehovah, all these different names. Somebody's calling me right now, and I cannot cancel it out. So, and the gist of it is this. Stop using the external source to blame yourself from not showing up, because you're so free that you're choosing not to show up. Because when you show up, you'll see the powers that creates and destroys worlds aligned with you the whole time. Because even though I thought I was alone in prison, I realized I was never alone. Because ask yourself, who's the one thinking? Ask yourself, who am I? Let me see real quick. I cannot bring it up. Okay. So, stop waiting for permission. Give yourself permission now, because you were given the authority over the mastery of your life, nobody else's. When you take this ownership, you realize that you do not have power over anybody. Because when you believe somebody has power over you, it's easy to believe you have power over somebody. That's the reason why. But when you take ownership and nobody has power over you, you got to realize you don't have power over anybody. And if you realize you don't have power over anybody, then nobody you're waiting for to realize your truth. So, that's it. God in the darkness is the duality, the dance. We should do a live on that. Let's talk about that. Because I realized it's time to bring the spiritual gangster out. I've been playing small. I've been, speaking because I don't want people to think I'm saying this or that or the other. And I thought I was being genuine. So, I was being as genuine as I could. But even manifesting genuineness is bringing genuineness. Because there's always another level of genuineness. So, just start little by little each day. The 1,000-mile journey begins with one step. Take that one step. And tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, even next week, you're going to be blown away by the results. So I don't recall whose quote that is. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Daniel says, all is within. Externally, the vision is perceived by the lens of our focused energy. And you know what? Now that we mentioned God, I want to say this. Can you imagine if God was sitting right here beside you and you told God, God, it's your fault that this didn't happen. It's your fault because this didn't work out. It's your fault because I waited. Because you may not be saying that with your words, but when you're waiting for permission, that's what you're saying with your vibration. So if you wouldn't say that to God or the Creator or the universe or Source, then stop saying it to yourself. Because you are really the physical, divine manifested expression of unconditional love itself, of unconditioned consciousness. No more, no less. We're all one. That's why we all need us to wake up, to reawaken, to rebirth, re-earth, and live our life. And realize our sovereignty. And stop waiting for external things to happen for me to be happy, for me to be joyful, for me to be purposeful, for me to feel like I'm alive, for me to feel like I'm free. I found my freedom in a 6x9 cell. What excuse do you have? Take it from me. If I was waiting for a reason, I wouldn't be here today. Thank you so much. Much love to all. Namaste.